waliwo kyetuyita fundamental differences. You cannot move from one extreme end or politics to the other. It must be gradual. Ekibakubiriza bano bonna be mulaba nti nje kikunyonyola nembaga nti alikyokubiri nze namawulire gange tiye naye ngenza okulaba nga majority eri wa Museveni n'abagaba ebirango. Pulezidenti yakwata akazita naga kati Mirundi yogedde ng'omusajja ne banvuga ne banzira yeewaabwe
ng'ogambala n'omwenge gwo nga
anti nze ate nze ngunywa
olowooza
nze ngunywa
kyewakola kwe kulya olukwe mu musajja wali
musemwogerere at the headquarters and what happened era aba UPC tebalina kalibula ke baatuleetera. When you are dealing with the peasants, you will deal with it when we are having in Kenya. But I'm happy we are together. Why? Shakespeare we yawandika akatabo ke omuzanyo gwe bayita Julius Caesar. Nalaba ne president yakuperforminga. The president yaplayinga the role of Shakespeare. Yagamba Brutus Nekesias nekubanda ne batta Caesar as people connived to kill our program. Ne Brutus Nekesias bwe baali baawukana. Brutus yagamba Cassius,
the conspiracy theories.
If we meet again, we shall smile. If not, we shall say the parting was well made. This must end the work begun by the Ides of March. If we meet again, we shall smile. Let us smile. If we meet again, people have demanded, we have succumbed to public demand. The okubale twakola program yetu waddanga wondala. History does not repeat itself.
It also means that those who thought about it were wise actually.
Yes.
How did they think about pairing us?
You see,
how did they think about pairing the two of us?
God creates,
a sober man and
God creates different situation. But history does not repeat itself. Amanya Mushega yagamba na tewali musajja mugezi mu ggwanga muno ali comparable to Amanya Mushega.
Ate mugezi, if you can admit,
this is how
mugezi.
Our country has lost brains. To look what the East African community, we have been sending their MPs, never focus speakers, never funny. But what have we achieved?
Wow.
From a regional body, you will go to a continental body. If we had picked Amanya Mushega,
compete.
You rely on people. I started, this man would say, I started, I revived the East African community from zero.
And indeed he did.
He did.
He revived it. Nanti mukama we yabiroza bwatyo.
Speaker, no sanga Ziwa Margaret, a speaker of the East African community. Ngari wano na yasaba mulimu.
Yes.
Mu foreign affairs mulimu ani. Why do you train now?
Tamale film ya mukama we mulimu sitomu. Nobody is allowed to shine above that star.
I was smuggled here. Agenda ke Israeli na agenda ke Romania.
But the Americans do the same.
In the same TV station. Repeat the mistake of the foods.
What have you reaped from it? What do you get from being arrogant and abusive? Do you know how many enemies you have because of your arrogance?
ataimeta kali amabye atagala kufuta wala esisire kiti permita wolo esisire when you somebody create a perimeter wall has acquired the will to protect.
You know what to protect that got by that space.
That's why once you disturb me, I shoot you. Once you sit up and protecting you, my life is in danger. Boda kasanjira gebitala negala wisas. Instead of being
and the way you create enemies,
if we wanted to create
conspiracy theories that bring you enemies, you abandon them, you're afraid of everyone.
If you wanted to have peace, prepare for abasajja batula ne bagamba ti Mirundi tumutya sente bikaze batula bulijjo nimbamba kwata. So that's one. Nti fe mu Uganda tetubuilding an institution. Mu Uganda politics takes us away. The man like Amanya Musega. But in the political science they tell us the history repeats itself. History does not repeat itself.
A similar
situation emerges with the different key players. We are not in any base now. The program is back with a different what?
I don't want to debate that.
Anti chitegede. Badde nkunyonyola.
Did they want us back?
Anti chinkubulira. Who doesn't want? Who wouldn't like? We are money makers. The only problem about journalists, they don't know their political value and the commercial value. Me, I know my political and commercial value. That's why Wompo advisors again.
Naye ati Tamale ogamba otenti siri ambizi mputa musupu togenda ku back office yo advisor togenda yo but you are driving there car ovuga motoka yo oyina abasirikale omusalo ogujjayo otambulanga presidential advisor ne bakwanjula tokigana
so togobanga omukazi no yagala amufinge ni tatas timuka Mirundi zinagalo nino mukyala gwe muwala twasomanga fenna ne mufiiso tunazala omwana. I lost contact with her for over 30 years. Never ngamandi ali mukatale atunda manda. I gave her money. Kuba mulaba kati naganti I know mwana wange.
After 30 years you reconnect with a girlfriend no more sente
ne banna muita ne mugandi mbawa toga nkomyewo. Nesagala ono bwa omwana wange bwajja mu lumbe.
Nti mwana wa Mirundi bwato bwe yazze yazala nalekaawo.
It would be in the interest of this government to see that all of us who have served Museveni nga batutunulako
nga mufaananika.
Yes, nga tufaananika. But this is of humiliating people. Once you humiliate someone
nga byo bye mwabbayo tebibamala ku maintaining your life.
If I had stolen money singa bansibadda
bagamba teri abayo nga tabbi
anti ngozijjawa balina network balina ekibiina ekyabwe ekiyita fellowship kyababbi kiri mu gavumenti kyekibba buli wamu. You were hunting a dog, you were slave to master. Enali mwetandike etambule ku bintu bisatu: slave and master, a hunting dog, and a brave African soldier and a European commander.
Repeat the principles.
Yes.
You said slave and master. The other one is what? The second one is what?
A hunting dog.
A hunting dog.
Yes.
And then a strong African soldier.
And a European commander.
What does that mean?
Auntie, when we ina amagezi obeera kakiiko naye nga babbye ssente balala bo tebalabwa
kati amagezi gawe gakuyamba ki kakiiko
kyobula balina ekibiina ekyabwe fellowship naye fellowship yalimu abantu njikubye nenjimalawo
Tamale have rights have kigono mu katabo making sense of your money awandika nagamba nti bwobanga ku kyalo bakuyita mugezi nti Muyanga ye mugezi wakuno naye ng'oli mwavu then oli musiru egabanga amagezi gatuyambye kukola sente kale botya kakiiko n'amagezi
bano bwe kye bakola kiri bwe kiti nti gwe tofuna ssente kakati nga nze bakola opinion. Somebody rang me yesterday. I've been with the president. Yes, I've talked to him and he's going to ring you and I'm going to you are stupid. How do you think if Museveni wants me, does he need to ring me?
He will call you by any other standards.
Yes. Does the president need to call
you? Sayetaga na mujjukiza nti Mirundi gyali. Naye yakwelabira nnyo. Nizo kanga wakola bibi nnyo.
Nse kawana busesi.
Museveni yeyozezaako ttiimu yammwe bannabusaayi ba Mirundi baani gasiya yote toa.
Nze manya. I know what do I expect? Wanudde nagende wa leti ya Chibisopo Lwanga. Nangamba nti my quarrel with the president. I don't have a hotline to the president. Nemugamba. But the Cardinal had it. Nemuganti, whenever you meet Museveni, what are your areas of contention? Bweziba ensonga 10 mukkiriza kumeka nti 2 nemuga tayinza kuyita. Singa mubadde mulina ensonga 10 nga bumumiitinga mukkiriza ku 8 nemuddemu ne mumiitinga ne mukkiriza ku 6 then the discussion is chi
sustainable. Ebbiri ziri nnejjinzo.
President knows my character more than anybody.
Akumanyi.
Yes. And these people know my character more than anybody.
Nange nebuuza bulijjo mwawangala mutya emyaka gye mwakola naye mbuuza either Museveni yakugondera oba gwe wamugondera oba yali talina kyakukola. You were the burden around.
Museveni is a good man. But the problem these people did, they underestimated me. Me I know where to play fools role. Oyinza okunninyako nenkuleka.
Tell me. Wali olwokkiriza okuzannya ebyobusiru to play fools role. Nokkiriza to play fools role.
Want to defeat a tiger, dress like a pig.
So bikolo obitegeera bikanefuula omusiru.
Make sure
kulaba na kyempisaawo.
Society sympathizes with a victim, not
the victor.
The arrogant ones. People refuse to believe. Story ya singo okunyeza wenkwatya kabusenga ne mutta n'oyo gundi oyo wanakalima yabaga nti
nawulira ngolangira nti wabasonyiwa
bakuba mbukedde ne bagamba Museveni ayise nyina wa Mirundi bamukebera omutwe nga bwali kandi kukwata kulubya gwe nekwata kabusenga
bawumula abo bawumula baleke they retired in peace
webaka n'olubuto lugana okula if you deny responsibility of a pregnancy, does it stop it from growing and producing a baby? They made me a corpse and harvested mabugo.
Character ya njawulo namusayi talumba muntu gwolumba oyagala lumbe basirike gwolumba
by hitting you, attacking Nabusai, you are publicizing Warusimbi. And Warusimbi is a highly intelligent man. Let by Jamusobola. Bureaucracy no with yours over in State House. Ngatibabu choose Zapu, Okorosa, and people can be humiliated. Working in the State House is a command.
I must remind you that you're a senior presidential advisor. Remind yourself. You're a senior. Nze nzijidde ku mmotoka kino eyiyo toyabula njawulo ku mmotoka yange neeyiyo you came with red number plates
akasiimo kange nanuba ne gomesi yange nanuba ne gomesi
era oginyumirwa kitegeeza obufumbo buno obwenyumirizaamu
ati nkubuulira ne gamba nti I have to maintain. Why do you people bakugamba nti retirement benefits nti Bukenya ba president bani kati fenaffe the intention is nti nkugaye tewali agadde mukazi yafumbako buwo kumusanga ini tatters
ngaalabika bubi kubanga agenda n'ettaaliyo nti yali Muyanga.
I'm the longest serving spokesperson of the president in Uganda's history
up to now.
Why should you find me nga ndi mu tatters? It would be the interest of government. Never akola conclusion. A rich Mirundi is a nuclear bomb. A rich Mirundi is a nuclear bomb. What does it
mean? Why do you mind about it mukufana na enyambala n'endyanga mu bigambo tokifana? Because you are respected of munyambala mu motoka nebwe kutuka okwogera. Ovuma buli kiramu. If a long serving presidential advisor.
I did the politics on how to deal with, to work for leaders. When you are working for leaders, you must go for a course. I
think that's why you have the civil service college.
Abantu bawano tebakimanyi nti gundi Muswati bamutwala n'asoma okubeera kabaka. Ne Muteesa bamujja ne bamutraining okubeera kabaka. Younger princes babatwala ne babatraining Abangereza. Tebo manazi kabaka akola ki. When Chirwa was going to become the president of Zambia, he took his wife for training as a first lady. I went for training. I did my training. I read books. One of the reasons on how to work for a president, never attack everybody for no reason.
Waliku Baba TV, mutabani wa Baba Media Group.
Yes.
Program The Big Story ne Tamale Mirundi. Tatubule mukatono.
Nalina basoka ku weekend ku mbaga. Nembaga nze njagala nnyo abasoka. There are two independent tribes in Uganda nationalities, the Bakiga and the Basoga.
Okay, The Big Story kubaba
omboze ekibuuzo tugende ku bantu bebaagala
Baba Media Group.
Establishing rapport wa kirungi nnyo nti was I doing my work? When you are trained to work for leaders, their principles: 1, never engage in any battle with the members of the first family. Why? You cannot win the battle. They see him informally, you see him formally.
But there are circumstances where even the first family may not see their principle with ease.
Point number 1. Point number 2. Never engage in any discussion, meeting or conference that is discussing the future of your boss.
True, that is.
President yakuyita mu bannayuganda 40 ojjo omuweereze as an AD. Your role is to consolidate his power. The power of the principle. Bala yire ebyo mbusimanya you support the constitution so help me God.
Gwoli mu mativu nti waweereza bulungi. Osobola okukkiriza public nayo n'ekupimamu okulaba waweereza bulungi.
Siri nti what was my role? To consolidate the president. To fight every enemy. Number 3, never fight everybody for no reason. Attack their reasons. But don't attack individuals, because time comes.
You even know that
when the president needs the people you fought. Chechiri Kenya kati chechibatawanya.
Na hicho ni president kimanyi kubanga.
Kugamba nti organic case mutta abantu mutunde organize abwe. Sijja kukikkiriza. Omwana wange ne bamutta n'omwana ne
okirekanyeko. It is now a matter of national importance.
It is now a law. You have a law.
You are making a law.
To regulate. Which means there was
a problem.
A problem.
And a law works eringa for local research. You set the research problem. Chiche chiriwo. The problem statement. Chiche chiriwo.
The government ya Museveni muni subterfuge. Ekitambo. A subterfuge is a government within a government composed of criminals. They are fighting to take power from him.
It cannot be the government you worked for 14 years that has a chitambo within it. Then now wali musezina. Matamu za chitambo cha mumu.
Kasiri gwanga yina bamukuba amasasi 10 bagana okugajjamu nga babagajjamu afa. There are people who come to the leader nga tasobola bakwatako.
How?
Babirawo. Ati yalwana yika Museveni teyebaka. This a subterfuge infiltrated the government in the media. Ninjikuba ninjiteka kutaka. Era kibenagamba nganti bagala kusuula government naye abeekwatiddeko. Succession battle ya Uganda eri costly mwagitandika da.
Does he know them? And does he know your
reputation? Nabagamba ti Museveni arrested these people nabatwala ku side. Museveni put somebody under house arrest twice nga bamujjayo. Goroza niwe nkukubira video niwe kodera kinimba kandi akasajja kalumba omusajja ne kamuzingiza mu nyumba ye nafuna rescue team nemujjayo. So I know. So therefore I'm a winner. Why? That's why the public has stood up with me. In 10 years, who can fight the government? These people, powerful people in the government, they were
the public stands with you with pain free. Conspiracy theories.
But I still have the support. I tell you, why are we here?
Because I ignored those things.
No, and why are we here? We are popular. I've remained, I'm too good to be true.
True.
Yes, I'm too good to be
That's
true.
That's what you think.
Yes.
That you are too good to be true.
Who is the most recent? Narabino Mugwagwari Nation Television. At the event we are in Abizanino. Kena Kukwata Kugwaka. Nakalabia Kagwagwa. Kagena Neka Debi and Joket Nakawaka Befura. Kasoma Mauli Mugundi Nation Television. Kagbo Zebuka Nakalabia Konavan to Mitwal age. Kubabri Bantu Kubi Wakodola. Kena Kukwata Gwenja Kuisebi and Mukamu. We can Nation Television. If you think I'm a joke.
Did also be Lutalo? Because every day you open new
wars. When I don't have a war, my head doesn't operate. Buemba Sidina challenge. That's when I will die. That is just move to what you want. Many people expect.
No, not okay you. Let's first of all solve the personality. Your life cannot work without war.
No.
So you open wars deliberately for survival.
To make my brain work.
And you shouldn't hear that orientation. That's the orientation of your father.
Nabagamba, Museveni mumutunuri. I observed Museveni for 14 years. And I cannot join the opposition. Once I join the opposition will change, you will see changes in the opposition. But the opposition is controlled by Museveni. I told you, and they have not denied it. I said, my first time to talk to Bobby Wine, he came to me, seeking my guidance.
Bobby Wine?
I have a group of people who want to use me to fight Museveni. But I fear for my life. I told him openly.
Oh, you fear, but you would have loved to join them.
No. Bobby Wine came to me before he decided to form NUP for guidance.
Is that
true? He was fearing for his ear. I say young man was confused. I Mutsatia Brown, a Brownie Romor, Django Boots. I didn't know him. I don't go to Wound to music garage. Why are you looking for me? Told me. We are blocked. Muganda winyanzi najja. Nanganti we have fears. Kubanga basoka wa radio ne bamutta. Radio refused to play ball. Bali bagala somebody atasobola kusula Museveni. And that's how Bobi Wine got to the party. Atena ina abaddukako. Mbandi awo ne bebikulu najja.
Olinga aganti party yava
mu government. NUP is a government party.
Baba TV, mutano wa Baba Media Group, na Joseph Tamale Mirundi.
Nze bwe kugamba, I tell you, tewali mumpata ze wange, buli gwe bakubajjawa, namalewa, namala mukande.
Ngoro baloza nti nawe oli munaku wavunga, bera bide tugoli kufu, oli kufu. Bo bajja nenjala gwe wakutadda.
Namala atenze baleka de bagenda. Namale wa Prime Minister Nabanja 4 days. Jikwate kote jikwatako. Bwe bamuwana dduka. Nze mbaleka ne bagenda. Beti Kamya bwe bamuwana dduka. Mbaleka ne bagenda. Nasali namuzaayo. Ono omuwala gundi awana yali mu National Sali. Yeje n'okujja nangandi. Nze bangamba nti wakulya wa musajja bamuyita Sali. Ne mugandi atenda kulirayo. Amwana nchimama. Dadi we nankubira n'essimu. Nangandi obulwali
ate Lukwago.
Lukwago is hopeless. Naye asinza bana amagezi. Kyovula nawagidde gundi amukube. Singa bena amukulamu amanyi obufono. We are tired. Lukwago okola mu government oli mupakasi wa Museveni. Ovuge mmotoka ya million binango gyo muvuma.
Okimanyi nga bakika kimu.
We are close relatives.
So
tata wa Lukwago ye Muhammadu Mirundi. Owange ye Yohana Mirundi. Amanya gavu.
So
when do you help your brother? When do you help your brother? Lukwago besi ya mulimba. nti alibeerako ajja mu sponsoring abeere vice president kyekimutta yamutega anti Lukwago n'atabeesi ye musajja we yakoze ekintu kasita gundi agwotinga baga yagenze ne siraani lye bw'alaba ku mwana afa bw'alaba ku mata gafa.
You're happy. You think when you speak about message, you make me happy? Honestly, I can never be.
You see, for me, in many countries, you would like me. I would be one of the highly protected people, which the president has provided me. At least the president has provided me with the security that I don't quarrel. 2, he gave these people my money. This man must come on his knees. I said,
did he not know you? Why did he give your money to somebody else?
What about again? Lutalo. They can dangle money. Dangle money to me. Dangle money. What if you take it away?
Tamale, omanchi otanayiga kupima. Tomanyi bulabe bwa statements. Bogamondo nti NUP is a government party. Yavamu government. No bagamba nti nze buli kiseera mbaawo ku ntalo. Those statements are
kakati bwe kitegeera who is funding the war in Ukraine? The scientists.
Tell me.
The scientists are funding the war in Ukraine until Ukraine realizes 2 principles. 1, you cannot use even figures, high figures. It's not Afghanistan. The Soviet Union could withdraw from Afghanistan. Here is a question of having a border with the NATO.
So science
you will not get a Russian sensible president unless he is a stooge of NATO who will allow Ukraine to have a border with the NATO. Kakati basantisi bo bana abantu bo Ukraine bakiriza bana basantisi be bakola ebyokulwanyisa kati batunda ba demonstrating. How can you demonstrate a war device over a discovery in technology ewatali lutalo?
Is that not trivial? Nti mu byonna mu nsonga zonna enkulu people's lives abantu
bafirealizinga. You must realize
olinga ganti baagala kulaga kye balinawo it's an exhibition
test ubawadde mu Argentina wo waliwo exot kyali yali gonde wali mugonde mbita bezenga gwaba France ne gukuba emmeri ya Bungereza raising a price yayo to how much money. How are you going to demonstrate your war technology, warfare technology without a war? How are you going to say that you are not an important man unless you engage in the sex act? Kakati obwongo bwammwe abatalina challenge bukona.
But you can have challenge kati nze challenge jam research. Niende makerine nsoma PhD and researching that is something provoking me.
A dense professor.
What else?
I've never been impressed by it. The people who have had an indelible ink on me.
I'm educated.
They professor bawano bayinachi. You telling me?
Reserve my professor. Please. Reserve my professor. My professor banda bate bacyanke bire bigezo byayo. Tozitira bigezo.
Nkuburira. Me I'm not interested in a PhD. Sijetaka.
You don't have time for it.
No.
Neither can you afford it. Tosola jisobola.
Why should I go to the well when I have tap water in my house?
What do you want to say? Maybe, that you have more knowledge than what we look for in the universities?
Museveni taina master's degree. Naye avulwa ba professors bagenda nga batambula. What is important is natural.
Which is a problem actually. Kati ndozo wawe mbera mwetuli olwokubanga taina degree avulwa ba professors. You can now say we are suffering. He's talking about electric cars. Nga namasanze gana tukamifoni.
Kati tunulire Kenya. Kenya, the situation in Kenya is handled by educated people. Otherwise, mu Uganda tusobola kukuuma kalulu nga tonnakalangirira nnaku zino ne batakukuba. Singa abantu beyeta bagala kabba. But these people, the Kenyans, inoculated the population by having a responsible media. They are now even discussing, comparing results in the media to those with the Independent Electoral Commission. It tells you the credibility of the media, which you lack here.
And why don't we have it? Because you who worked with the president at first,
no serious investor has invested in the media because the media is risky. I thought that when Sudiro took over Sanyu, but the media is risky. Aga Khan, you're taking over monitor, is dying.
That's what you think?
Yes.
It's growing.
I know.
They are establishing new outlets.
They have used kasola outlets nyingi oba ogudde. Nagamba mukwano gwange Sebagala. Yeso seko gulawo maduka gatunda electronics mangi. You are increasing obubbi. The issue is bano bwe bajja mbuyinza wakola sente bali bezimba. Today, unlike the Achoris, these ones are highly intelligent people. Yabeera mu government mukazi we n'asuubula ebintu ekyokubiri beekweka kakati tebakyajjawo oggulayo bintu balina konteina za
bagenda China they import
ekitegeeza growth ne bino president byaga nti mugule ebya Uganda tibiriiwo the Chinese bring item kankubuulire if one ekikulaga nti mu Uganda mwerimba mwekka cloves ebinazi bikoze eki all of the binazi is taken away to Kenya. Mijingo because bakola etteeka mu parliament nti eryato erya kilo 10 ukimanya ekyo nti muteeka mulimu etteeka lya kiss erina obuyinza okugana okulinnya essese okulinnya mu islands. Kiss government signed a 96-year deal agreement with a company called Kiss. It has the powers to deny you to access Sese Island. Even
regardless of what I'm
over muna Uganda. Two, ne bakugamba ne bategeera ekizinga ekiriko ebinazi bakiyita Buggala. Buggala kwe kizinga okusinga ebinazi ne bakola etteeka. There is no canoe that can dock on Buggala Island nga lisobola okutwala kilo z'ebinazi 10. To ferry them to Kenya. Museveni ne bamukolerawo kali jinja wano. If the binazi we are producing nti biva mu Uganda singa mukwana akozesa byawana akozesa binazi Bidco manyi kitegeeza Bidco has never been a Malaysian company. Balimba Museveni nti Bidco is a Malaysian company. I challenge them. Bidco ya Nicholas Riwot ya Kenya.
Which is okay. Do we need Malaysia? If a Kenyan can invest here and provide us jobs and products, why else would we need?
Tumweba ziya genzi natwala Sango Bay kasolo naduka. We shall reclaim Sango Bay. Sango Bay belongs to us.
Katugende Kenya.
Yes.
Akalulu. Amachi ososo kola.
Yes.
Oli mu kwegema.
Anti kuchi.
Akalu ke Kenya kaswaziza akawa.
Yeah, exactly.
Nti enteekateeka zammwe zanjawulo.
Muyanga. Atenze negalirayo nakugamba nti akalulu kano
kali scientific Kenya
no
ekulaze
akalulu Kenya kafanana the law according to the law.
Yeah, the law is the same.
The law is the same.
But the credibility of the person is involved.
The people who are handling it
is the difference now.
Yes. Akalulu Mbabazi akalulu ka Uganda yakafula ke Kenya. Mbabazi went to court. The Ugandan election became a process, not an event, of organizing elections, declaring candidates, and then you go. It's a process.
Which is good.
Era singa Bobi Wine, teyajjayo musango, bali kanalifies. Nabaga nti Mbabazi yakola Museveni ekintu kye kyatategeera. The 2016 elections were nullified by court. Court yagamba never organize any future election ngati mu implementing the 10 points program reforms in 2 years.
True.
Why 10?
That was the Supreme Court ruling.
Yes, Supreme Court right here called 10. Tuchita political symbolism nti Museveni kyategeera your 10 points program needs a 10 point, otherwise you have nothing.
You have a 10-point amendment.
When Muyanga started the UPC Buganda, he presented it for about 17 points. For the reason why he has started the UPC Buganda. Presented 17 points for the overthrow of Obate. tuchita the politics of symbolism ti omuganda akugamba nti ewali omulema nti weweterwa ngalo nti ono Mbabazi yafuula akalulu ka Uganda ki kakati nabagamba mu kalulu ka nembagamba nti mu kalulu ka Uganda
akalulu ke Kenya akabadde bakawandika ko
kali similarities nawandika akatabo kankana ninkulaga nti bu secretary bwa kinana kuli mu mazina buzina nimbala ku akalulu ka Uganda nti electoral commission mujiraba ne box yayo muri mu musota mu nsuwa I predicted the elections the 12 of them is at 2021 nabagamba nti examining all of the above tells you that Museveni cannot be easily defeated by an opposition that has resulted
it is a view you have held for long.
Kakati nekugamba 1980 elections were preceded by a wave of insecurity that was intended to intimidate the opposition. Many opposition candidates were arrested. Prominent among them was Sam Kaleganjuba before he fled to the bush. Njuba was picked from a rally at the Constitutional Square 1980. I was there. We had he later joined the UPM. Museveni released him. The Democratic Party failed because they had no connection in the government. We had a killer squad. He introduced a bus which later came to be known as Mpawata Likaba, meaning everyone will grieve. Medical doctors at Mulako Hospital were targeted. Obote's cousin, who at the time were Nechoni, joined the Democratic Party. Many of the DP supporters were coerced to join the UPC.
What is the name of the book?
Scientific election is snake in the cooking pot. Scientific elections is one tezakola chechabayamba akalukali nali fight bobweni abagenda mukoli kyobulaba nti owinye dolooza n'amacha bamukubira amasimu ngamba wuli owinye dolooza n'amacha akalubali bagenda kanalifying is a process, not an event. I think people talk to people want to withdraw the case.
He said he did not have faith in the judiciary.
How can you pronounce, how can you judge a case somebody has withdrawn? If the person you want to marry, woman you want to marry, withdraws, do you marry her go?
Because an election case, in interest y'abantu banji. Nti bobwene nizo jivamu na efa abazimba amateeka ne system.
Nabagamba nti dangerous signals zenalabirawo.
Signals mukalwa kaka.
Kana akafa akawedde kafa. Process ye Kenya ye yawano. The difference is that wano bagituga bali tebamanyi n'abalamuzi n'abaki. Kenya yo bagyetegekera.
So
whoever wants to organize the 2026 elections must be a key observant of the Kenyan election. Bufanagana. Okitegedde.
Ego gambye nti fetu tulina budde butulinza titwaka kubaluli ennaku musanvu tulinda tonna tubuulira tuteebereza
nti wano mu Uganda ne Papa one time they delayed to announce the new pope abakatoliki balumba enclave ne baba cardinal. You cannot have this patience. The only thing, because why? The Kenyan election was insulated. Hate speech bakusibirawo. Abanyankole balidde nnyo. You arrested 7 years and they did it. Wano tebamukwata.
Kale naye bwe banga balidde nnyo tetwogerako.
Hate speech
balidde nnyo. So tusirika
busirisi. Ne bamutwala Hague. Abamuli Kenya batya bali responsible only citizens.
What do you call hate speech, Tamale? Bwengamba nti abasoga banji mu government olomba nkoze hate speech. It's a fact.
And look what they are, why they are there. Yes.
I may not have time for the why.
Nenkugamba nti olaba camp zonna zikyokola violence kubanga Ruto tanagwa kompolitizo ya ICC. It was only Uhuru who was helped to enable Obama visit Kenya. Because Obama, American tradition, president bakadde betibazalira ba America must visit his country of origin, his parents of origin, when he in the second term. He went to Malaysia where Mama Wejava nagenda ne Kenya. He couldn't go to Kenya to be received by a man who was indicted. So Uhuru was told to go humble himself in the Hague to receive Obama. Kakati yeruto impulutize ekyamuliko ekyo kyabasomesa Kenya nti buli omwati okola ki singa mu 1980
wano mubayolanga ebiyenje
opposition nasibwa tiyagasi waluda lumu
tuwagasi bishibwe
Chebukati tafanana na musajja wa Moyo. In fact we need a Chebukati. This is not Chebukati. This ono musajja wa Moyo electoral commission tayina na 10% of Chebukati.
Because the environments are different. Uganda is not Kenya.
Yes.
So you cannot do things.
We are operating on the same ground. The same rule.
Legal regime.
Legal. Kakati nkugamba. The Electoral Commission. The Electoral Commission of 1980 was appointed by Paulo Muyanga without even consulting stakeholders. Uganda was divided into 124 constituencies. However, the constituencies were not based on the population living in those areas as per the norm. UPC took advantage of gerrymandering and created various constituencies in the areas they were sure they had the support. The whole of Buganda region had 11 MPs. Busoga had 11 MPs. Mpigi district in Buganda, which included Mpigi, Butambala and Wakiso, had only 4 MPs. Kampala City had only 4 MPs. Interestingly, as elections approached, the one was Zetwaka Vam, exactly 2021. Cabinet continued increasing the number of constituencies, obviously, for support. What Obote did in 1980 has been done by Nankabiru. When everybody is watching, except me. And gerrymandering means creating constituencies of a Gwanga Nolitemo Obolere. Kati mu parliament mulimu mbaka wa parliament wena ali munga chikiri emiruko ebiri. Ayo awe.
Nilabona gomanya we gombolo elimu.
Yes.
Wale no ebi ale 19 villages.
This is exactly what Obote did. Apache North, Apache East, Apache Northeast, Apache West. It was done.
Was it bad? If
If
it was bad, why have you repeated it?
The Kenyans have learned in 2007 better. A step, we call it what? It's good in politics.
Setback.
A setback is good in politics. You sit in Konge Malakuba Nebuka. Ugandans don't learn from ebizibu byabwe. Kubanga at a later stage to be celebrating nibafuka ba heroes. Yes, this is bana Kenya bayigira mu kaluka 27 lwebetema nibafuna external intervention ICC nibagira bangeririyo mu Uganda fete tuyigiranga ko mu kaluka 8. When you read my book, I tell you the only person who is missing is Museveni mu 1980. Otherwise,
missing what?
The only person situation ya kinana yonna yakomawo. You wait. Nakugama. The current Electoral Commission is facing credibility challenges, mainly from the conduct of Chairman Justice Simon Byabakama. First and foremost, he is new in the job. The law requires that the commission should retire after organizing 2 general elections. I think this was intended to inject new blood in the commission, but it is a wastage of experience. It would have been better for commissioners to retire after reaching the retirement age for civil servants. This would ensure experience and continuity because such elections comes with
you want to
challenges.
Say instead of them omuntu focho kuvako ngesa kwaba wekisanja
mubalonde nga age difference
nega so, omuntu abero paka emyaka legigwako
akachiko kafuna setback ndio a driving force yali lwakojo bwe yadire ekibina kya nupu nakirigesalinga ekya government Museveni n'ategeera ti Bobi Wine afunye ekibina yagoba lwakojo
ebyo bijjawa
yagoba lwakojo
nesirwa ekyo
lwakojo osaka
sirwa kuandisa nupu
yani do you know the history of nupu kibina kye NRM
the national
Golimochi wa nyama gwe wa mama fino yo kya nyama Golimochi wa nyama tumanja yavudde gwe yo kya nyama mu nupu ne Golimochi wa nyama. I want Bobi Wine to challenge me oba nupu si kibina kya NRM gwe yo kya nyama tumanja yavudde gwe yo kya nyama
The law shows the two are different. They are distinctly registered.
In addition to being a novice in election management, Justice Byabakama has a bad record. He was involved in a futile attempt. This will make you happy. To malign Dr. Kizza Besigye in a rape case, which flopped. No lawyer, all the people could charge Besigye. And in Kugambi. Chebukati siye Byarugaba. Byabakama. Chebukati, you have the same law, but you don't have a Chabukati.
The big story.
You don't have a Chabukati, you don't have mature leaders. Ntibali, Lahiro Odinga akola violence.
You are part of those who can help Uganda have a Chebukati.
Yes.
You can be Chebukati yourself, but you have not taken it. Backward the presidential advisor. Instead of advising the president that way, you don't go.
Wasataina mama we na tata we. Wasa. Neru wasaga nti ono omukazi simusanze muchenja kala tata wate singako. So
the big story on Baba TV, Mutano wa Baba Media Group. The big story returns shortly with Tamale Mirundi. Ochariku the big story ensonga enkulu ne Joseph Tamale Mirundi mutano wa Rwanda Mirundi ne mole namatovu ku Baba TV.
I was explaining
Baba Media Group.
I was explaining that you don't have a Chebukati. How can a chairman of the Independent, if not propaganda, the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Democratic Republic of Korea, not Korea, is it democratic?
The intention that you work for that.
And let me tell you,
but we work for democratic state.
How does an independent chairman of the Electoral Commission, who have seen Chebukati, how can you nominate a person who is barefooted? Could any
because the law does not talk about shoes.
Could any of the Kenyan fools interfere with somebody who is going to be nominated? Byabakama did it. How can they beat a nominated candidate in the premises of the Electoral Commission? We need a Chebukati. We need the Europeans
Tamale
impose the sanctions.
Where Biranti Byabakama mulamuzi. What does the law say about nomination and shoes?
No.
The law doesn't talk about shoes in nomination. You can come
properly. Gandhi dress properly.
That's how you chose to
Musajja namalako campaign nga tayina ngatto. No nominating omusajja for consultation. No got security muganyi and you remain seated. Byafandum. You be family. Byabakama be family. You will continue admiring other countries.
Don't you think Byabakama is concerned with the law? What the law says? Politics, because the parliamentary talks about the dress code. Dress code in parliament.
How can I nominate a barefooted man? Mugamba, you go and dress properly and come back. Obanyizo amanya musego oyo yasango headmaster nga ayogera na yaka akankana tayina musipi amanya musega refuse remove this belt najuwa omusomesa amanya musega
nakwata omusipi gwe
yejjamu omusipi
naguwa omusomesa
nga minister of education
anyweze
empali
n'atamugoba teyamugoba ku mulimu
amanya musega ali minister of education ne baleeta ono gundi ya professor Senteza Kajobi nafukamira bwati ne yekulula nga abuuza kabaka amanya musega naga this man is unfit to lead the national institution.
What's wrong?
Yes.
Abuuza kabaka wo. That's a culture.
Eraze mbuabuuza abo nembaga ndi ne mumuyita kabaka muyita baffe singa abana bakugandi daddy bawaze wazana watuuse nze whenever I hear people calling the kabaka baffe my anus trembles. Am I homosexual? Toyinza kubinga ebyo tebiriyo tebiyinza kubeera ku mulembe guno.
Can you tali muganda lwaki agende wajjajjaawo akulira ekika ky'abenkima mugema n'omuga nti ekyo bakijjewo
maama wange n'agamba nti omwana kangaayo omwana obuwuka bumu mu kifo ky'okugula gundi ono obuwuka buveemu naga nti agaye omwana nga amwandule mukamwa kubanga gwe nakukuza bw'omulwaza akafuba maama towandula
naye mwai Museveni agamba nyina yagaayanga n'amuwanda mukamwa kati taliiwo pulezidenti yafa
inheritable diseases ekitegeeza when we are discussing the Kenyans, Kenya is not far ahead of us, but the Kenyans have learned.
Kenya is far ahead of us.
No,
it is.
Kenya has learned.
It is.
In order to have this country, we must live in the peace. The leaders, ndikakati, that's very important. Nti akalulu kamwe, you have everything the Kenyans have. You have the same law. You have everything. You are, in fact, ono kagondi, ono Chebukati. Baba dibaga nti abalonzi bali million 2.1. And I urge you, once you see this number of people, they registered why elections zileta abantu babiri. Those who want to maintain, to consolidate, and those who want to remove
what?
One of the reasons is a person should support something must be a selfish reason. Okay, I'm not in the government, but at least I have allies in the government. When I was going to be assassinated, I rang the president's sister and responded quickly, and they deployed the soldiers in my home. It must be a njagala Museveni because of a selfish reason. Tibaba jawo violent n'amayumba gange bagakuba. You were insisting. Ekitegeeza, why has the registration number of voters in Kenya dropped from 22.1 to almost
around 14?
And 14. The reasons are 4. 1. The excitement, the moment Uhuru said, this is my last and final, tewali wo battle.
Because he said he's going.
Kakati wali wolutalo.
Nebo tugamba ku mukama wo naye ayogereka agamba nti this is my last and final.
Kakati ya Uganda kiri different.
Laki na yata kyogera.
Bagamba ti bobo yagala okulwanyisa Museveni mu 2026 olina okumanya olwanyisa ye oba olwanyisa musikawo.
Omusika ya.
Ani kyekubuuza. Tibiko is free to come back, is a coach player. Kala sabwala. Constitution yemukkiriza. Ekitegeeza you cannot let traps on Museveni. Are you trapping Museveni in 2026? Are you preparing his unitizam? Are you planning for Museveni or you are planning for the success?
Katwagala kola wako kumuntu tetufayo baye tutagala kola wako kumulala buli muntu ajja n'ebipya
mufune
waliwo bye tufiirwa
murusuku mwe mutabanga mukabuli muyinza okutta jjajja mwe mulebe ku kabuli esoose ni muwanga kwa mbadde nga nti ebbanga ly'omaze okomyewo okyusa
era ntegeerera nga bwe nali ntegeera
Brazil bagitegekera ne World Cup ewaabwe waayo ne bagikuba. Museveni abawagizi ba Museveni sibe bajja bawa
nze ekinyiiza
nkubulire
gwe omusajja omuyivu kocha banna Uganda
wali kocha alonda golo agenda mukuba golo tolonda agenda kukuba penalty mwe mulonda asigula Museveni. Why is it that in other countries the Kenyans have defeated an incumbent?
Because the system is organized.
Anti-organized.
No, it's intellectual.
In fact, kankubulire. Akalulu ka Kenya. Ruto yali wangudde ne percentage nene nnyo. What he did, Yebesi did, Yembabazi did, Yekatega ya did. All of Museveni's opponents wait to be sacked. The moment you wait to be sacked, you don't go with the dignity. Boloti. Chiwe woduke. Chiwewo nete basobola chiwawo. Why? Tebasobola government is concentrated. All of business. The moment you leave government, you become poor. I'm poor. I regulate the day I join the government. The government has made me poorer. They can suffocate me into submission to movement to college. But I cannot. Why? You are saying that Rich Mirundi is a nuclear bomb, meaning I will continue to be a Mupakas in your government. No.
Why do you think they must give you money? Hey. And not you working for yourself? Museveni yampa sente zange ne baziba ze manja.
nabaguza obukofira bwange nembaguza kine bagati bajja kunsasula. I'm not demanding for free money.
You worked for it.
Yes.
Why did you trade with the government if you could not pay?
I thought they were good people, they were local.
You thought they were? Having worked with them for 14 years, you still thought they are.
Musajja, Mumajaga America sergeant. Bamweza sente excess of what he was supposed to get in pension. Nazimbako church, nazimbako essomero nazirya. Abaali awo nga FBI bamulumbye nga balumbye Trump. Why did you the entire Latin government? The man said, I'm a miracle, I've been praying to God for a miracle. I thought it was a miracle from God. Nanga I thought it was trading with
Muyanga omulokole. Olina nziriza balance and excess of what I expected. I have to return the money.
But future events have proved it to me. Otherwise, tisibansa sudde. Bobagala tukuwasi me into submission. Nzikirize. Basolvingireko. The organic cases, the international crimes they have. Who? The son of Yohana Mirundi.
The government you know singege endala nejja sobolo kukusasula.
Ataba mwanga.
Kati kolere
abajulizi abali at that time did you see Banganda fighting mwanga for killing all of those people? Ekitegeza society agreed tibabatti bajemu. Now they are heroes. Nemu journalism batugamba. What is defamatory today will never be defamatory tomorrow.
So do you agree that government eridako erikusasula? So do we work together okolereddako?
Ejja kunsasula.
Kwanga abali government erako bademonizing. Ogwene demonizing aba besije mani.
Eridako the future government will recognize me. Ti omusajja on society will recognize me. Maybe I will be dead. This society will recognize me. Ti omusajja on banankubira president's ambitions ngasobola bawagira n'omusango gwa organize byonna bibalemi. I'm dancing in my sitting room. Nteka kedde bali yange eryembuzi n'enzi na buli lunaku. And my family is united. Bakazi bana tekuna banga kuno omu. Abaana basoma. Kase
empurogambi oli muhavu.
Ndi muhavu naye empurogama bwejonjo bala enkuba tefuuka pusi. Era nkyali ku size yambwa. Ndiko mu myaka 10 ndi ku size yambwa. Nete tebanantusa ku pusi.
Sokati oli muhavu.
Tebanantusa ku pusi.
Oba okudalira ba.
Banwanyisizza. Tebanantusa ku size ya pusi.
Baba TV buli lwakuna sawa 3 paka 5.
Kyatunulwako. Ayabala izini government. Kakati nkubolidde. Tekyaleetera Kenya obuzibu. One, COVID. People is dispersed from towns to villages.
True.
Tebakomawo to participate in elections. Tebakitunulira. The third point is the cost of living. Omusajja okuvuga akagaali ke oba ateekemu boda amafuta gyalonde okujjako nga bamuwa decent. People did not vote. I say powerful man was saying they have used 50,000 Kenyan shillings to put fuel in my car to go to a polling station.
So chiche twetaaga okukola okuba n'akaluwa n'akafaanana ake Kenya. Chiche twetaaga okukola abantu betwetaaga okukyusa mateeka.
No.
What is required?
Olunaku fe twagenda kuba eggwanga lyaffe lyonieke. Mbagambi president atayina term limit. President atayina term limit muzibu nnyo okupulaningira.
No age limit, no term limit.
Two, the source of money is in government. Three, ekituyambyeko kiri kimu. Nti government ya opposition be bagifuga. The opposition in Uganda does not have the urge of removing Museveni from power.
They cannot have the urge that you are demonizing them every day.
I can't kubolire. Would you let me give you an example? Namboze is in America, cutters of government. Niyo mwana wa president bwe yagenda okuzalira bweru bamuvuma. Tezo sente zikola gundi wadi.
Because Namboze is a lawmaker.
Yes.
He's a legislator.
Owa government aliwa. If I was the one, bwe bampo obutwange ende bweru banzijanja banga sente zikime wanalweso to humiliate me more. I picked my man and left. I come from a relatively rich family. Okay. Why should I? Are you human being?
Backward descent got to somewhere. Backward descent.
Bogenda kumbaga. Omusajja n'agamba nti ebyetagisa mu mbaga nti nika. What does your head, what rings into your head the moment you hear nika?
Nekyo nakyo takisobola.
Nika kitegeeza ki? Nekyo nakyo tukimwambalize.
Really?
It's abusive. Kakati, of all of people, you tell me to go to Nalweso to collect money. Nswere mpunu. That's not the man Mirundi trained. We are trained not to be humbled unnecessarily. We are good servants. But when it comes from a Mumbowa, from a helper to a Mumbowa, to be humiliated to the bone marrow, I refuse to take the money. Who is Chamber Denkunyora? Until the opposition, the Vugamoto, a million years. Bafuna sente maker.
Opposition.
Once you want to know the member of parliament, they disagree on one thing. When it comes to money and the beneficiaries, they agree. They all agree. Kakati kitegeeza. Kitegeeza nti ente bw'ogiraawa. Togiraawa kubanga toyagala ogikwatirwe ekisereme kulinnya nkazi nga ejja kumenyeka. Ogiraawa esaatawale. To lose urge for sex. This government has the power, the privileges to the opposition. Mu councils mwe bali zibakulembera zonna balya. How can they have the urge to kwagafuna sente meka? Avuge motoka ayina ne mayor's privileges which I don't have. Why should you
because you're not a mayor?
Let me tell you, exactly. Let me tell you, kumulembe kwa UPC ngosobola bikola. UPC Museveni mobilized the people against UPC.
In fact,
the boundary was clear.
Mirundi.
Naye Museveni akugamba universality. Universal. Natali mu government nali mu government. So if a better woman cannot produce the successor, omukazi w'empeta bayaki. What drives the people to get to power? In Uganda, ngaba sebeyi system, political system ya Uganda bagikolamu akaleeta obuzibu. Political system ya Uganda bagijjamu abasebeyi ke bajjamu. Omukazi aterere ate baba lotaliwo atotawaniraki. Kati system ya Uganda eri ku ginito why I'm telling you, I'm a mass communicator. I demonstrate to you exactly what I mean. What can motivate a government? Era Bobi Wine bana ab'ekibaba be yaleeta abeetegese okufa baavu. Ne Bobi Wine naye tajja kuba tiya gas naye agaggawadde bano bakuliikulutinga mu gurupu yaabwe. Okizegedde Besigye atakule olutalo nga petrol station zize Equatorio yiye Kasangati faamu ye bwechabakwata
yakugamba bwe bayiye
bwechabasiba Besigye ku faamu ye bali baliddeko yadde empunwemu. Is it normal in the government? A government will ensure that it cuts off your supply lines. Besigye olaba mukolako ki? So Museveni brought a new dispensation of eating together. Opposition tebalina aji
bali mu
remove Museveni. They are already enjoying more than they would enjoy. They are enjoying better than we in the government. Nabawadde examples ne baganti Muyanga Lutaaya baba confusing mwembe. Ye Muyanga Kivumbi bamumanyi. Naye Muyanga Lutaaya omwogezi w'NRM Wakiso district.
Mukwano gunnyo.
Omwana we yasoma n'amaliriza. Through hardship. Omulimu gwamubula. He moved from one government official to another until Bwanika gave him the job. Do you know what it means? Bwanika, chairman wa district or opposition, yawo mwana wa Muyanga omulimu. As a result, Muyanga tewamulabanga azze wamwe Busoga. Nga gundi ono musajja wa Jema ayitamu. Basalirwa. Muyanga campaigned as a clear demonstration against NRM. Buchana omumanyi naye.
Mumanyi Buchana.
Omwana we yamuyingiza mu police. Ne bamutochalinga n'agwa eddalo. As I speak today, Buchana's father ali ku deathbed. Nina abaana babiri ba doctors. You cannot do a master's nga tuli mu gondi ya government. Have friends abroad. Bali omunabo omulala ali ebweru. Naye erinnya Mirundi lyabagandisa. You say I'm a powerful person in the government because of you see.
That's what I thought, that you're a powerful person in the government. You actually government yourself.
Is the power reflected? The power is not reflected in the job you have. No. But the power you have. Abana bange babiri babagana kubanga ministry ya health tenjagala badana tebanjagala muri muntu mwebaze mulamu we.
Zino zensonga enkulu ku Baba TV, mutawani wa Baba Media Group. The big story continues shortly after.
Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.
Ekibuduko kya busoga Isaife ky'abazinga agabwire mu kisawe ky'oba ky'abazinga Bugembe ngenda kwedda omwezi mwenda omwezi ogw'ekumi
ku independence
idabona abembi ne bacomedian bonabona Muyanga abanasooka mu kisaawe bakuwomerwa enoni paka mubire wairo zina visa oba pasipoti idomirwa enoni anti okuyingira omutwe omulala gwonka tutandika kuncho paka kuncho security tebangawo mu busoga mwine tusagambe n'isaife ky'abazinga.
The true Ugandan reward from the source. Pepsi, for the love of it. Equity Bank, your listening caring partner.
Cross from mattress and Faliso Gomulembe. Ekikuduko kitegekayibwa Salongo Bajo Clear Process. Tukwaniza ku Rina Interiors and Furniture bakafulu mu kugula furniture n'ebyomu nnyumba ebirala ebikozeseeko saako n'ebya office. Tutunda furniture omupya n'akozeeko ku miwendo emisaamusaamu. Tusangibwa Kireka ku luguudo oludde Namugongo okulira na Mutesa Fields. Tukubireko ku 0705 17 28 14 oba 0774 8 9 ku Rina Interiors tugulirawo.
Nakasenteko oyagala kulatako funeko obwezimbira Julex otunda nyumba gye wezimbira oba oyagala kugula eweddewo n'okutawuka Julex ekyapa kyo wakifuna oyagala kukikyusa kidde mu mannya go Julex buli luguudo lwewayagala oluyingira Kampala bano balinako ettaka Julex bamufuna mpola tuwonye bano batunda n'ettaka ku kibanja mpola Julex namwe be babbako ettaka nga byakulemerera oyagala n'akulwanira Julex balina ettaka mu Kampala wo munnange yangu ofuneko wezimbira
Julex Property Consultants Limited tusangibwa Nansana ku Jenina State oba tukubire ku namba z'essimu zino wammanga 0752 46 11 oba 0788 46 11 12 yangu ofune ekyomulembe
Julex.
Okuwalampa olusozi olw'ekagulu kabiri kuyisemu oluvannyuma lw'emyaka ebiri ekya COVID-19
okuva nga 18 okutuusa nga 19 ogw'omunaana 2022
ejja kuba health camp n'okulonda Miss Tourism olwo
ng'ennaku edda omwezi abiri omwezi ogw'omunaana 2022
tukube n'okuwalampa olusozi olw'ekagulu n'isaife ky'abazinga ni Honorable Rebecca alitwala kadaaga mwidde mutandika okufuna ebifo n'emidaala we munaakolera okumanya ebisingawo kuba 0753 22 03 27 oba 0782 57 87 88 mwide tukye tuwalampe olusozi olw'ebyafaayo olw'ekagulu anasooka kunina oli olusozi olw'ekagulu ajja kuvaawo n'ebirabo kamaala bino byonna bina nga bikutuusibwaku Uganda Tourism Board, Uganda Wildlife Authority, Native, Hillwater,
Toke,
Baba TV, Baba FM, The New Vision. Mide tuje tuwalampa olusozi olw'ekagulu.
Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.
The big story ku Baba TV. Mirundi boganti abo opposition
bali happy more than NRM.
KCCA
Yes.
Einaba kansala wona bali lukanga.
Yes. Yes.
Buli omu atwala milioni 3 n'ekitundu buli mwezi.
Ati speaker uyo omwana simaye itakayuma simayani yagenda ku mukolo nato ensawo za cement ebikumi bina to be an MP when ali mu kyabina teri bya nena ali mu abina ye Museveni yayiye ekintu kyengera bwa kugamba he does not believe in the principle of multipartyism. He believes in harmonizing resources. But this has helped him to rule for 40 years. But NRM will disintegrate immediately he goes. Because
so
there must be a difference between those in power and those in USA, a highly developed country. When a government loses power, 6,000 jobs change overnight.
That's it.
Yes.
That is it. They
change overnight. The governors come with their people in Washington, in the White House alone. Kakati mu Uganda, ogenda kukola ki? Nti abo opposition benje oyinga. Kati Mpuuga ayina escort. Ayina budget ya sente meka leader of opposition. Semogere yabifunako. Museveni started ekyalemesa aba UPC. Ti 11 basoka MPs close to UPC. The 10 except Kyesimira remained in prison. Kuba baleeta obwala gundi omulamuzi bali bamuyita gundi Mr. Justice Order yawunya Kyesimira baleeta obusamali oba bukyaliyo obwala obusamali bamutinde simanyi bamutinde bagamba nti mwala Kyesimira mwamulaba essaawa mmeka mu nsiko obwala ne bugamba nti wamulaba essaawa 9 Kyesimira had attended the parliament nga tannagenda mu nsiko nga ekitabo mwali kyobulanze wengenda mpandiikamu Kyesimira was saved but the argument was yakolako waliwo yamulabako ng'ateesa. The case was handled by Mulenga made a submission the longest of 14 days submitting in the court zinawandikanga mu court kakati ne babuuza obuwala Kyesimira yali ayogera bulungi ne babaga Kyesimira stammers. He's given an addition buli mubaka wa parliament aweebwa eddakiika aga okwogera mu parliament niba nebekukumi abalambazi bawoneka kuwanisa emikono. In fact we shall have a problem in the future because when you read the Hansard the opposition people contribute NRM people balambazi kati hauka abaana baffe bajja tubuuza abazzukulu baffe how could these laws be made in the parliament
with abalambazi
n'abalambazi.
Is it then kisobola okubanga kituufu MP bwaga nti MP aberenga na degree kiraje kituyamba?
No, it doesn't matter. That is polytechnic. Abasajja abakola wana ebintu temuyina training okwogera oluzungu n'okukola ki abasajja bataaso mulwana yakomawa mulwana yali bouncer knowledgeable you get people says bezos akazibe bamugamba nga afuse vice president get somebody to advise you refuse. Chigongo can be the best speaker in Uganda. Why? By the time Chigongo was a speaker, we were in transition. How did he manage parliament? The issue is not education, it's brain. Sure. Somebody was saying.
But we cannot tupima tucha brain.
Chachi failed your exam.
Tugamba tuyambe ku mulonzi.
They let movie in a movie in popular.
Go answer Mr. Anti Speaker, Parliament
where are you going to
work?
Parliament means no kukola nimi. Ngolia mu Luswahili Kenya bali wogerera mu parliament. Have these people failed to contribute because no. Is the NRM system that has killed the vibrance in the parliament. Why? Kokasingi.
So a chat degree in qualification
that woman is just missing the point. Teaching is not education. We have a high nabagamba we bakireta mawulire. We must have a full membership, a professional body need you. Nabagamba the issue in journalism is poverty. It's not education.
Now you nti Kenya is better because Kenya
the technical people are educated.
So
in Kenya the technical people are educated.
The politicians don't matter.
Kakati kankubulire walola byeke ekizimbe ekikuba yinginiya ekizimbe bwe kigwa ekikuba shamba bana wheelbarrow pushers. Why is it that these days enjala ne bwege kala mujja Museveni tagobaako muntu n'omu? Why? Abanyampi bavamu. Those who would be blamed for what they have not done. Abaganda bavamu. The majority of Abanyampi we Abaganda. mu prime minister's office era bagoba musogo omunyampi mu Bank of Uganda era nakalima yakwata malingo omunyampi the real people abanyampi tebavaawo baba nyampi benyini tebavaawo. That's why Museveni, his hands are tied now. Whenever we have a scandal, he cannot dismiss anybody. The banyampi left. The banyampi left. So the technicians look what Gobi, the way Gobi has handled. Gobi is only addressing one issue. Salaries, government, hygienic, political hygienic. Is approaching the issue. Nasibeni da emisala gy'abakozi balina toyina kyojja kikola abasomesa abali toyina peroro y'abasomesa abateke empewo mu education tobakuteeko tewali gundi y'abasomesa nti bali emitwalo 14. President bwe yatidde UNATU n'agikuba n'agijjawo walabyo ababuuza accountability buli musomesa abadde bamujjako nga musomesi bw'ayongeza sente nga bamujjako 20%. Balwana bakuongeza noloza nti bakuongezeza ne bazitemako. Has Museveni moved ahead to tell the auditors to audit UNATU? Sente ze bwe bazibba National Task Force ya COVID. National Task COVID bagikuliyetingawo kubba. Why? To avoid the money directly from Parliament. Money that the Auditor General must audit in 6 months must originate in the Parliament. But the Kalolos were smart. By raising a census through Museveni's initiative, the only Auditor General is Museveni. Bakalolo ne maduka n'emidigi balimala kwatibwako ate walijja babakwata ababuuza ate auditinge zaali za president wa Uganda waliwo president olabe bakalolo mu bukadde nga badduka batunda amayumba gaabwe.
Museveni governor wa Bank of Uganda as we talk now.
Nti nkugamba the use of governor must be very important. Why should you have?
It was important to have been addressed.
Let me tell you, what do you have? Why do you have this PDM money transported in the vans? Why do you have the banks? Banks is agwa. Ani yazisula gavana wa. Akakazi kabugulu kali kesimbye one entungamu. Bajja kayola. Walibera government ekayola. Walumba kyerabira mukadde tukalabeko kamangalinga kajikanga abadde embuzi ennume bakajja entunga mu kwogera abakalagiranga. Because what is embarrassing, what is exposes nti Greenland Bank, Greenland Tanzania, Dar es Salaam, solvent. Greenland Zanzibar, solvent. Greenland Nairobi, solvent. So the problem was at the head. Nembagamba nti banka bwegwa, they pay you 3 million insured by Bank of Uganda. Kakati liquidator emyaka aga tatundanga ku bintu kuba ebintu ate bakolawo company yabavuka b'Emmengo ne babibba. The thieves are in Mengo bajja kwatibwa bwe kukumi bwino obusuuti obubakunamiza. The thieves are in Mengo. These younger boys in Mengo batekawo ekikampuni kyabwe ekibba assets za bank starting with the TFF bank. Nembaga nti look wait.
Kali the big story jagala tumalirize omanyi Tamale ekikutta oyagala okumanya buli kimu
Steel Bank ati investigate
kati ebyo bya
banka ya Sudiru ati kugambye governor ali important governor go Bank of Uganda is very important sike muliko. The governor Bank of Uganda must be important because nze kasombuli anti eno bank eri wansi wa Bank of Uganda nga ntema nzijjamu era obwavu obututta kati sente ziri mu bank. People fear banks. Tibaka ya Sudiru ne mujisubula. Asente nezive eno nezaga mu yabo nasetinga bazitutte nabagane bwemba kwatira banka ya Sudiru mwanji wa receiver siri kwideta ekitegeeza tennagwa bakuli gye babyemu enva ate bwegende wa Muhanga nagisonula zibeera mu zitya sente zava mu Kureni banka neziraga eno nga zaaliko ani yaziteekako. If you have killed the banking industry, that's why you are carrying money in vans to the parish level.
Why is the president taking long to appoint a governor Bank of Uganda?
You are seeing the governor Bank of Uganda as the other job. Nti malinga nakale majoko
ebintu byoyogera yetaaga okubako supervisor
no gamba omusajja yagamba nti ennyonyi gye twatwala okutuleetera sente empya yakulako ne stop over London oba yazirekayo sente zijja oluvannyuma the luggages, extra luggages of amawulire obusiru. We found out that the extra luggages belonged to Mbiri and Mandela. We are they questioned, greeted by the police. Nakalema yayola malinga nakalema ajja kusasula. Oyo gundi akulajja kusasula. Abantu bonna bajonyesezza ensi. Those are lefty overs. Society ekwata.
The big story ne Joseph katumalirize
mulabijja okonga baba kubatira wano kakati nkubolera
tubadde tumalirize ensonga ya ensonga bbiri z'oziise ensonga y'opposition okutumalamu amaanyi
mwenda yabagambye nti omusajja ne bwaluzinga tempa he goes back to his point ensonga njimanyi nti bagula abantu ne bavaamu mu kalulu ka kinaana owa DP n'abulawo nga bamutta bamwokera ebintu bye. Why? This man was supposed to work.
Oyagala kunenya abavaamu fo kyokunenya abagula lwaki mubagula okuvaamu ate webeesimba
buli mukazi omulungi yeetunda. The repercussions. This man ye wammwe oba bamubataddemu anti ffe wulira nze ndi wa takisi oyingira takisi nga mulimu abantu bana nga siba saabazi okitegedde nga balina okuvaamu
ate bukimbiri nebujjamu opposition yesimbi lwaki muti okuvuganya
kyenkubuuza taliyeewuwe tatuddeeyo mu kinaana ng'oyinza okulya ssente nga bakugambye kwesimbawo nga waliwo niidi ono omukozi wa ssente bamubateekamu oyo si wammwe naye repercussion ki muzire emmere ewuwe bwe bafiirwa ewe temugendayo abaana be baba basa temugendayo mumugobe ku kyalo mumuboole. Don't kill him, don't harass him, isolate him in society. If opposition had a real problem, nga mukinana twafuna ekizibu mayanja ankanje nadduka ne tufuna ekizibu lule yajja semogere yalemerako nga bakusitayo baagala okuwamba DP. Why didn't DP split? DP was a vehicle, a shield against the return of poverty. Temulina reason kyobola babeekweka nagamba nvuddemu temuziika wuwe temugendayo ku mbaga isolate him temuziikirako tanywa mwenge.
Mwami Museveni yasooka kwesimbawo n'agwa naye kyamuyamba okula. Today is the president. NRM bwegula abaana bano abato abazze okwesimbawo eba tebatidde political official buli kiseera baba president ntionaavuddemu ntionaavuddemu
togamba ng'omusajja
abaana mubagula
kankubuulire togamba ng'omusajja omugagga ntomanyi kozesa ssente ezo obanga gwogenza ogende wa hamu n'omugamba nti mwabagagga temumanyi kozesa ssente zammwe gwe nga toziina amanyi ozikozesa. Okitegedde nze mbalaba nga bajja omanyi Museveni ekyamulema security ng'afuze emyaka 4 singa temanyi security yalifuza oyagala afuga
ekimulema ebyanfuna ebyenfuna byo biganye naawe okaabye wano nti oli mwavu okaabye noyogera bati oli mwavu
nze bansabotaginga economically mbafukaamire enswera empunu teryojja kundabako nga mufukaamiridde beebiraka mu mpale nengende waffe nekuba amataffaali ku kyalo
tokyalina stamina ya taffaali akatiba
tebajja kunyako misango gyabwe gye bazza kakati nkugamba
so nti onenya abavaamu sitonenya abajjamu.
Museveni, even if Museveni uses it, because what you don't know, political tactics mwete muzimanyi. Why are they after Trump? By the mid-term elections, Trump is popular. They are undermining Trump. Bagere ne bakubata Clinton ne bamuteekako Lewenziki. Why? Aleme kukolera ani? Ali go. Era Liberman Clinton bweyaje mu Congress bamugamba ki? Nti tie Liberman yagamba nti I'm not a sinner like you. Namulondo okubeera vice we. Yagwa. Sankozi bamujjamu ono musajja kani gwe baga nti yakutta omukazi wa IMF. America yekikola nedya n'omukazi lagadi nemwoba IMF ekitabanga that is an American preservation. So nabo bakola obukodyo mu Rwanda okolera mu kisaawe ebisaawe byonna la PF ebigula.
You are justifying NRM byekolojjamu abantu is a political tactic. Is it good for our politics? Is it good for our nation?
Nze sinenya Museveni, nze nenya bano tiine kituyisa tamu nerongo tamu. Let me ask you, abasiramu bakugamba nti mukisiibo Swaitani Allah azikwata n'azitwala mu muliro mu ggulu n'azisibirayo enjegere ne lwali zitanga takyazisiba ate ekisibo kiribeerayo lwali zisiba n'aziremezaayo bamasheeke bali babalina omulimu
obusiraamu bwo
kyenkubuuza
obusiraamu sibutegeera
kakati ffe
tasobola kuzisibira yamala n'azita
anti bwazita singa azisibirayo ddala nezitadda zezibayamba okubeerawo nti ab'amasabo be bayamba ba pastors okubeerawo. Is the opposition. This is why nabagamba nti bambega abagezi bebawa Bobi Wine information aberewo abo bagezi nti if Museveni decimates all political parties mumuna akolawa, it wouldn't be in the interest of Amongi to decimate FDC niteso tokyayina mulimo. If war will become balokole and there are no crimes, then the police is for what? Chiriwala n'obwongo bw'omuntu.
So you look at life with that simplicity.
Ate simplicity that kugambye nti it should be kakati oyo avuddemu asekaliya ye n'ey'abaana be. Ti oyo famire y'abo abasajja.
Lwaki onenyamuddemu?
Talina magezi.
Tuli baavu obwavu bwe bukozesa
yekiki abakazi bonna beetunda kankubuulire n'ogenda mu kyalo ewaffe n'ogamba omukazi omukadde nti kunama tukube ebifaananyi tukuwe miliyoni takunama omuwala w'emakerera akunama n'enika n'agijjamu. This is values. Short term olidde ssente naye nkubuuza nti efamily eya Francis Walugembe mu Buganda gye bagamba nti Walugembe yayogera emundu ya Muteesa nti ekolera ku masannyalaze etaaliyo. Walabye omwana avudde mu family ya Walugembe, president ya family ya Walugembe ssente, omwana najja ewange n'aŋŋamba buli genda gabango bye ne mugadde gwe family ku kitabo bye yaleka abakoledde bituufu. Ekitegeeza muyina okukolera family zammwe nti kyesiimire ekinnuma alabika teyaleka mwana. Naye why is it that Busoga politics is dominated by women? Abasoga 10 Luwoliza Kirunda yabayingiza olw'empaka mu ki bakazungu balekesebwa yibale. Where are their children?
Abamu bwe bajja mu OPM abagobayo.
Ati nkubuulira nti batta famire zaabwe emuganda tells you okulya ejjine weesubye omuwula is omelette oba a boiled egg more delicious than chicken. This is what we are doing. I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this for my family. To one day, omwana wa Beni Kiwanuka ye yajonoonye family yajonoonye n'atunda ebintu bino bebaziika nnyina eyo family neefa naye ate nze omwana gwe bayita Beni Kiwanuka muyina namubulamu saamulabako.
Tegeeza akasayi ka DP kaakusigalamu.
Yes, it is up to you. Nababuuza nti mumbuulireyo okujjako gwali biased naye njagala mumbuulireyo ensi nga president amaze emyaka mu gavumenti emyaka 4 ng'omwana we ayina support n'avayo okwesimbawo ne mumudda ku malisi. Is unique. Kitegeeza Muhoozi yeekweka.
Ani ayina support?
Muhoozi.
Ate
singa mu malisinga eyeyawulanga tagenda kuteba bamukubira penalty mu ggoolo.
Alina support.
Yes, yanyenyeza mu bunyeenya bwati mwaze ku malisi. Anywa omwenge abeera kiro. That's not the real issue. Era ajja kudda waayi. Museveni ndabyako obuzaava nga kagamba. Museveni simanyi Muhoozi gundi ekyo kiri mu mutwe gwo kasajja gwe. Ezo story bagulangule you are stupid. Museveni yalina kati abasikaaba Bobi Wine Mabo ne Muhoozi. Yes. Situation omanyi Museveni muzanyi wa poolu akubye poolu ne yeesanya bwait abakadde bonna abajjeewo
tugende empola. Abasika ba Museveni gwe boolaba Mao Bobi Wine ne Muhoozi. These are people you should watch. You mixture gyokoze nga teje
anti kyenkubuulira to choose from has created.
Who has to choose?
Anti situation gyabakoledde akubye poolu ne musaasaana. Kubanga nze nkubuulira
maybe Bobi Wine.
What are the anti according to you?
And according to how he scored, bwabanga asobola okwesimbawo n'akuba omukulu ate bona muleetera omwana yavuganya mukalugisi n'akuba omukulu ate bona muleetera.
Besigye yabadde ayagala nnyo Odinga awangule. I support him for 3 reasons. Why? Nti trend nabaga nti look what Besigye all of the people are dangerous besi ne bomusiba mu komera tomusiba kitali ya mmere mukazi wali wano besi omusajja omukadde bomuteeka mu mudigido enchata zuukuka ekitegeeza yetu kya musiba tolaba kibaga ekitalya ekomero limanyi baganda coined to wound saying to scare people abana babali bakufuna misango nalufeenya okufeenya you don't know whether it is a Kisoga word but in Buganda okufeenya means smallening or shrinking is okufeenya. We have a proverb in Buganda nti akafeenya ebbuga lyala bisi. If you buy a sack of vegetables it is big. Once you subject it to fire it is that's what we call okufeenya. Nalufeenya Luganda okufeenya ekitali ya mmere means where you don't have sex. Ekitali ya mmere onookiwaaki mwana wange ozza omusango ne bwe banaakutwala eyo ekitali ya mmere onaakiwaaki. Era ffe Abaganda tukuga nti okwagala muko omusibe eno omukono osimba walibeera mu kkomera ajja kuwala ne kasita oyagala muko omusibe n'omukono osimba omanye eryali looko andiki si kati yagenze nti Mwanga yagenze Kampala omakamake omenya where he is. So it was done to discourage us Baganda to commit crimes. Era baliyita mbuzi ekogga. Kakati
omanyi bwe mpulira Tamale Mirundi ekinsanyusa waliwo ate empulira waliwo empigo bayita Twaha Kagabo yazizaayo miliyoni 4 yongaga nti yafuna bribe yagijja wa speaker n'agizaayo tulina mmwe naye tulina abantu abategeevu.
Kagabo muwagira Kagabo sirira muwagira lwa nsonga. Kagabo ffe mu Buganda tuga nti ozunga ng'eyabedde ku mulumbe atabbye ssente. Kagabo agenza okulaba nga Bobi Wine this is an achievement of Bobi Wine, and if Bobi Wine goes ahead I will help him. Nange abali mu NRM abagaba ssente bannalwiso basale njemu walisi yaba NRM ab'opposition bebawa kuba ffe tebatuwa
osemba okuza miliyoni yana parliament yafuna nga
Bobi Wine akirinize ekibiina kyo for the first time somebody outside the parliament is controlling his party. Bobi Wine has achieved more than any other leader has achieved.
Lwaki aludde nazo mutabazimuwa
anti kati baleese Muwanga nga bamuvulunze mu ttaka balinda Isa Kabanda balyoka ab'Ebutambala bavulunze Muwanga mu ttaka anti Bobi Wine amulisa bamulise nti oyo yalidde naffe tugenda muyamba eno mwenaaleero nga betumuweereza abaalidde bebawa batukozitya bajja kutukozitya okuzijjayo
nenga mwenaale muwasigazaayo mpozi mubiri kubanga omwoyo gulabika guli walala omwoyo guli walala
bajja kuzitya ozijjayo bajja kutya ozijjayo. No, when you see
so lwaki bamukutate si kimwe tuli nti bamukutate bukwasa
yategedde Bobi Wine abaabya Bobi Wine atukolera omulimu ogwo okwabya abali eno abananfuusi abatujerega nangoze nadduka nebamuwa sente ye nadduka buli kaseera akola kabadi naye akomewa mwabye ye gundi asirise busirisi luzunga kojja Segona yasirise Muwanga bamuvulunze mu ttaka. Abaganda kasoba yini n'Abaganda abasoga bafaanagana. Abasoga batuwonya omusolo bakuba akagoma ne banoonya abaamira n'abaloko defense. Omanyize namwera ya violence
Kagabo ekyamuwaliza okupresent ati anti Bobi Wine
agenda mwogera
oyo naye alya
naye yazije Bobi Wine agenda pogera
bonna tebaziza
abagenda kuzaayo bavuluze Muwanga kumuvuluka Ebutambala bamutuliza mu ttaka.
I think yakyagadde because he humbled himself. He humbled himself.
But Bobi Wine ye ekibiina kyakifuga Al-Qaeda akunona buno
so bati antejaga nti kyoyo yalya
akifuga nga Al-Qaeda kasaga Bobi Wine amanya agalina tannabaawo mu balida b'ebibiina Bobi Wine agalina amaanyi kasaga oyo yalidde nkumulisiza badduka butusiwa zizeeyo bankwogere ati mukubireko mu ngalo Bobi Wine ajja kumalawo obunnanfuusi ekibiina ky'NRM kijja kutegeera tuinvest naye NRM yeerowooza no tiavere is a war every election brings in people mweba kusasira emititi ya sente bano betubadde nabo bote mbawa ne kubanga next time kujja kweyambisha balala
waliwo abaga nti bamuwa sente amaze nazo myezi 2
it doesn't matter
aliyokaddayo
olubuto oyogera nanyiniro bali mutegeerera emmere y'omulumbe bagireetera wooliira naye ye ayongere naffe tugenda muweereza data abali eno abazirya kimanyi Mugabe yakola bwati waliyo gundi Archbishop we Zimbabwe nga avuma nnyo Mugabe n'amuteeka omusisita kati Mugabe n'aga nti olunaku lw'enkya 2 days after now I'm going to announce my retirement plans. Abantu ne bagende Botswana ne bagende South Africa ne bagula TV aba balinda Mugabe okwogera saa mukaaga ensi yonna eri glued ku their TV sets nga Bishop betema nga video kweri omusisa nga yetema n'agitema veini n'agiteeka wali gawuni n'agiteeka wali n'Archbishop naye ne yetema ne badandika ate mugenda ne mugamba bona amutunira mu mbuga ya sitaani nedda eno waggulu wa Katonda si mbuga ya sitaani kyova muzaala abaana abali mu imeji ye abatunula waggulu ejo si mbuga ya sitaani mbuga ya Katonda. That's why you produce people in God's image. Mwarika nti yamutuniriza mu mbuga ya Katonda kuba batunudde waggulu. Archbishop olwalaba video zigenda okwera omunana nga ayingidde South Africa 10 wezawerera 2 ez'ekiro olunaku olwaddako ng'ali mu America adduse n'omu Ireland kye baamukola. That's what Bobi Wine is doing. Bobi Wine receives intelligence reports from government on a daily basis. I want to assure you. Mayinja baamutumadde yakette Bobi Wine.
The big story.
Mayinja abatandagenda
Joseph Tamale Mirundi
nga message yazedda ku simu ya Bobi Wine. I'm more informed about Bobi Wine than you.
About
I will work for this.
Sola kuwakana inzo kubanga sibaje musisinkana.
I have no interest in for this.
You have hated that stories.
That's the problem.
Because you have no totutegeera ekizibu kyo gwe buli kyotategeera okuba kikube totutegeera.
The big story abanene baweddemu
wakuna essaawa 3 paka 5 ez'okumakya ne Joseph Tamale Mirundi. Olwado bwekyo bwegenze nze Simon Muyanga Lutaaya.